Hello again. The aftermath of the Black Lives Matter disturbances last year linger on. A report commissioned by Imperial College London into what they could do to decolonise their university has come up with the idea of removing a bust of Thomas Huxley, which may be seen in the thumbnail to this video. Huxley was of course ferociously opposed to slavery and felt that white people and blacks should compete on equal terms. He was also incidentally in favour of allowing women to attend universities, quite a radical idea at that time. He thought, though, that even if black and white people were given equality of opportunity, it would not result in black people on the whole rising intellectually above white people. He certainly said that he thought he could see that individual black people might be more intellectually gifted, more talented than some white people, most white people, but he thought that there was a difference in the abilities of the different groups, different ethnicities, which is not a popular view these days. The people examining the historical legacy of Imperial College have read an essay of his called Emancipation, Black and White, which was written in 1865, and decided that it's not up to scratch by today's thinking. I give a link in the description to this video to this essay so that people can read it for themselves and make their own minds up. I was going to read a bit out, but I know that YouTube are only waiting for a chance to ban me again, so I'd best not. Essentially, Huxley says that although some individual black people may do better than most whites, but even when all restrictions have been removed, he does not think that black people will rise to the same pinnacles of intellectual or scientific thought as white people achieve. It's this particular view which has prompted calls for his bust to be removed and for a lecture hall named after him to be renamed. Now, the language which Huxley expresses himself in is certainly outdated. Few of us today would refer to Negroes, for instance, but the gist of it gives some food for thought. The truth is that there are now no longer any barriers to black people gaining as many A-levels as they wish, or getting to Harvard or Oxford, or becoming architects, surgeons, engineers, or anything else. Nor are black people prohibited from studying nuclear physics or being in the running for Nobel Prizes for chemistry. The truth is that although he was writing in 1865, the year that the American Civil War ended and slavery was abolished in the United States, all that he wrote of now has come to pass. Huxley talked of a time when all his disabilities are removed and when black people have a fair field and no favour, as well as no oppressor. That time has certainly arrived. He then suggested that the highest places in the hierarchy of civilization will assuredly not be within reach of our dusky cousins, though it is by no means necessary that they should be restricted to the lowest. In short, he didn't want black people to be held down to a lower position in society in any way, but he wished for everybody to compete on an even playing field. This is now the situation, and I think we're entitled to ask ourselves to what extent Huxley's words may be called prescient. I certainly see nothing there which would justify his statue being toppled.